Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. Oh, man, my soundboard didn't work, Joey. Hold on. I got to get my soundboard up. Sigh. I broke it. Okay. It'll be up in a second. Gotta have the hand claps. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, letting me know that I am coming across loud and clear. See if my hand claps work now. See. There they are. Now my hand claps. So glad to have you here. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Wasn't a long weekend, but hopefully it was a good weekend. There was a lot of rain here in North Carolina. I had a wedding to do, but I was blessed enough that it didn't rain at all during the whole wedding. It wasn't until it was time for me to pack up my equipment that the rain came, but it was a good day for a wedding. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, you saw some of the posts that I put up for the wedding as well. Yes, because I am a DJ. All right, with that, lots of stuff going on this week, especially CPI report comes out next week, comes out tomorrow. It's going to be very important. And if you signed on for the alert says why are you doing that, Joey? Jumping all over the place.
I can't click on anything.
Okay, click here. Okay. Sorry about that. Joey's working in the background trying to make some stuff happen. And while he's doing that, now it's working?
Yeah.
All right. So the CPI comes out this week. A couple of other things come out. And the alert today is the market ready to run? That kind of deal. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit because our indicators really never talked about or showed that we were really looking for a major market bottom. It looks like 4 days ago, we can go off of that date showing that we potentially did have a market bottom. I just don't know if the uptrend is going to be long lasting. We have to see what the news is that's driving the market. Still oil, still gas. I'm still playing gas. A nice little rebound today. I did pick up oil again today. I picked up WTI. Remember, it's been a tough place to be for the longest time. I still think long term it's still a good place to be. I just timing the trade on WTI. I jumped back on that as well. Is this little rally a bull trap for CPI rug pull? A good question, Tom. And something deep down in my heart and my soul, I think that's exactly right. And I need to put that up. I want everybody to see that. Is this rally a bull trap for CPI rug pull? And I still think that if you look at it, inflation is still going to be down. It's probably going to fall a little bit more, but we're still going to be high. And the Fed keeps talking about that they're hawkishly going to go after interest rates, pushing them higher, even at the 75 basis points. I still think that before this is said and done, that they will do a full 1 basis point push, and we'll see what happens. So interesting how we just had a drop in concurrent viewers, Joey. That was very interesting. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new videos like this come out or live streams like this come out. Hit the like button if you like the content. I know we have a lot of steady subscribers that come here that like the content, but if you're new and this is your first time here, one, welcome. Two, if you felt that it was advantageous for you to stop by and spend some time with me today, don't forget to hit the like button. Please do that and share this live stream as it's going on right now. Share it so that other people can be aware of what's going on. So, Joey, I wonder if my alert hit as I'm looking at the people that are here. I wonder if my alert hit. Did you get the alert?
I did not.
You did not.
I'm looking to see if it went out.
All right.
I checked it earlier and it was right, so.
All right, so interesting. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll go with what we got. Decliners outpacing the advancers today, says Lee. And I'm going to talk about what's moving in the market. I think that you're going to be very intrigued by what's really moving in the market today once we get to that. And I still think, and based upon what Tom said and what Lee said, that this run, I think that this run is going to be short-lived. I really, really do. But who am I? I'm just a guy giving my opinion. We've got to take what the market gives us. Looking at all of the major indices today, all of the major indices are all up today. And you got to go with what you got to go. Take what the market gives you. So I'm preparing us on the picks that I have for you today, more so on the bullish side than not. But I need you guys to be cautiously aware that this could possibly be short-lived, that it could possibly be short-lived depending on the news that we get coming out. All right, talking about the news, let's get into some news that I have for us today. And there we go. First one, Fed officials back another large rate increase, which is that 75 basis points. This comes from Christopher Waller, Fed governor. And I got to look into this. What's the difference between a Fed governor and a FOMC member and all that kind of stuff? All these people evidently carry some weight in what they say, but it's all about what Jerome Powell says that makes the difference. Economy ahead, the economy week ahead, inflation, retail sales, and focus. Going into tomorrow, consumer prices rose 8.5% in July from a year earlier, slower than the 9.1 annual increase in June, which is a 4-decade high. And even if we come in lower than 8.5, keep in mind, we're still at historical high levels for inflation. So what do I think the number is going to be? I have no idea, but I still think that it's going to be better than the 8.5 that we recently got. So we'll see what happens. On Wednesday, we have the PPI rose 9.8% from the year before, the smallest annual rise in October's 21 from 8.9. We'll see what happens with that on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have retail sales, and that's going to be interesting because if we are in a recession, retail should be feeling the effect of that, right? But if you looked at a video that I did, talked about recession-proof stocks and ETFs, one of the things that were there were stores, because people got to still eat. So the Aldis of the worlds, the Walmarts of the worlds, and the lower dollar stores are where people are going to go. And I've got a couple of more that I'm going to talk about today because they are recession-proof. People have to eat. They will cut every place else that they go, but one of the recession-proof companies or type of industries is going to be in the food market. So we'll take a look at a couple of those places as well. Another story here. Bitcoin tops 22,000, hitting highest in nearly a month ahead of inflation data and Ethereum merge. I'm thinking, and I put this on my Twitter. I did tweet this out today. If you want to follow me on Twitter, if you don't already, go search for @GlennTompkins Jr. on Twitter. And my question was, is the crypto winter over? Is crypto ready to start to rock and roll? What do you think? Any of you who are interested in crypto, how many of you think that crypto is ready to run? Type a 1, type a 2 if you either don't care about crypto or you don't think it's ready to run yet. All right? One of the two. Type a 1 if you think crypto is ready to run. Type a 2 if either you don't care about crypto or you don't think it's ready to run just quite yet. And yes, I am drinking out of my Michigan cup today. Michigan beat 2 teams in a row at bigly numbers, and they moved from number 8 to number 4. And after this week, they might even go to number 3. I doubt it, but they might. We'll see. And this is just why we don't do a lot of videos on YouTube about crypto. I see a lot of 2s coming in, whether you don't like it or not, or you don't think it's ready to run. This is why, and a lot of people say, why you guys don't do a lot of stuff on crypto? I think that our customer base, our subscriber base really doesn't care a lot about crypto. And it is what it is, but it's interesting. I'm seeing the 2s come across the board, and it is what it is. It was just a question to see what you think. Now, for those of you who do think that crypto is on the run, ready to run, cryptocurrencies to watch for the week of September 11th. There's a couple of them up here. Bitcoin. Ethereum is definitely going to be up there. Ripple, XRP is up here. Litecoin. I am in Loop Ring as a crypto. It's not very many crypto stocks I'm in. I'm probably in SHIB. I'm probably in Coin. I'm in Loop Ring, and I'm in something else. These are in a portfolio. I've got like $300 or $500 in that portfolio, and I just put that under my bed. And one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be an instant trillionaire when they all run. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. How many of you are investing in crypto? I type a 1. How many of you are currently investing in crypto? And I know it may not be a lot for the people that are in our subscriber base, which is fine. But how many of you are investing in crypto? Type a 1. I'm very curious to know. And again, I've only got 4 or 5 cryptos that I actually own in my own real life portfolio, but there's a few of you. Interesting. So I've got like 4 or 5 that I am investing in personally, and we'll see what happens with those. I'm not super concerned. I think I just want to be in that space in case it does explode. A lot more people than I thought from our channel are investing in crypto. So it is what it is, and there we go. So those are a few cryptos to keep your eyes on in case crypto is on the rise. Now, here's something on the EV side. XL Fleet rises on Spruce Power deal. Shares are moving upwards today after the company completed its Spruce Power acquisition. I looked at the company. It was more so in the automobile space for EVs and stuff like that. So I just, you know me, how I am on that space to help you guys make money. And James, I got this. You know, James, I run this. Just to let you know, I'm the one with the mic. I got this, and I want to appeal to everybody who is here. I don't think I want to single out anybody. That's what we do here. We try to accommodate everybody that's here. All right, so on the EV space, this could be a deal to keep your eyes on. I'm going to take a look at that stock. Now, when I talk to you about lower cost food companies or way to get low cost, better for your dollar on food, Kroger and Costco came up. Grocery stores stocked stocks to combat rising food prices. As I mentioned, from the perspective of a recession, people got to eat, right? People got to eat, and you want to find the stores where the prices you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. So I'm going to look at Kroger and I'm going to look at Costco. In the video that I did back on when I did do the video on recession-proof stocks and ETFs, I don't remember the 2 companies I had. I don't know if Aldi's was in there, but they were lower dollar, where you could get lower dollar food, the bigger bang for your buck. So here's 2 more stores to add to that. And one last one, if we have a recession, people are still ordering stuff online. All right. How many of you, let's talk about that. How many of you, even in trying times or when inflation is kicking up, it's rearing its ugly head, how many of you still order online? All right, there's a couple of reasons why online ordering, type of 1 in the room, there's a couple of reasons why online ordering is still going to be the way to go. You ain't got to go out of your house and run on gas to get to a store and travel back and forth between store and store and store and store. You can find good deals if you look hard enough. You're going to be able to find good deals, and that gives you the biggest bang for your buck. And if you look at the room, a lot of people are still ordering. And I still think, between Amazon and Alibaba, which one was the best? And if I go all the way down to the end of the story, overall, Wall Street remains firmly up. No. Where is it? There it is. The conclusion says Baba stock may have more upside potential. I don't know if I believe that or not. Do you think that Alibaba has got more upside potential than Amazon? Type of 1. If you don't think so, type of 2. I don't think that Alibaba's got more upside than Amazon. I still think that Amazon has got the stranglehold on this business. And I can't get on board with this. I don't buy my bacon in Cafe Bustelo online, says John. I hear you, man. I hear you. A lot of twos coming in. Not much anymore. Too many front door visitors. Ooh, I hear you, Vaughn. Von Eagle says, no, I don't like those people coming to my doors. If we all buying online, the mom and pop stores will close. Now that's the downside to an innate wisdom. All right, that's the downside. Now there's a little difference there, because if the mom and pop stores are local to you, one, if you do go out to support them, you're not spending near as much in gas. And number two, because they're community driven, you're going to probably find good deals there. But if you go to the bigger stores where there's more ways, more food, more diversity, more inventory, you're still going to frequent those stores, innate. But, for the things that you don't need to get from the bigger stores, you will still support the mom and pop stores. All right. And that's another thing that I do as well, Drew. I do shop the farmers markets. Why? Because they are local. That is a good way to support your local people. And you know something? At the farmers market, you're always going to get the freshest stuff. So I may go and, either go to the Krogers or to the Costcos or to the Alibabas or to the Amazons, but I still think that there's a small portion that we can still support the mom and pops innate. So I'm with you on that, and I think the farmers markets are the way to go. But everybody is still looking to get the biggest bang for the buck. Now, Imlay says Amazon is passed. Ooh, I think that they're too strong of a company with the sales that they still have, with the subscribers that they still have, with the other markets that they're in, like streaming. I think that they're too strong of a company to actually say that they are passed. That's my opinion, Imlay. I don't think that they're passed, not at all. We have a community market every weekend in the fall, and Kenny, again, I still think that with everything that's going on, and no matter where we shop, whether it's online or whether it's at a lower dollar food store, we can still all support the mom and pop places or our farmers market. So I think there's enough piece of the pie for everybody. But innate wisdom, I still understand what you're saying. We don't want the mom and pop stores to go away. They've been in our communities forever, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm with you. Amazon bread and butter is the cloud services. Well, you know something? I don't disagree with that. Do you know how Amazon started out? Amazon was just a book place, right? To just go get books. Look at where they've moved from that to where they are now. All right. And that's called marketing. That's called thinking outside of the box and putting yourselves in a position where you can grow your customer base and make money by putting your hands into as many things as you can. And that's awesome. A lot of companies use Amazon Web Services for their cloud services, Carol. And just like Remor 357 was saying the same thing. All right. So with that, those are all the stories that I have today. Let's get into the software. Let's go take a look at what's going on in the market. The Russell 2000 is up today, which means that people are less fearful in the market. They are getting into the riskier stocks. It's up about 0.5%. The VIX, though, on the other hand, normally on a up day, the VIX is falling. Notice that today the market is up and the VIX is rising. That's interesting. All right. People are still fearful in the market. And I think that's because they're awaiting the CPI number tomorrow. All right. That's what they're really looking for. So the VIX is on the rise. People are a little bit more fearful, but the market's moving up. Put those two things together. I still think that the market's upturn is going to be short-lived, especially because our indicators really didn't tell us that we were looking for a major bottom. If you're playing the market, the UVXY is down 1.07. That makes sense on an update. All right, that makes sense on an update. Let's go take a look at the markets on the graph, looking at the four thinking. So now, look at this. Today, all of the major indices were up. Look at what they're doing now that we're talking. All right. Jean Deep says Amazon is now jumping in insurance, which will boost the shares. Again, I am a big fan of any company who diversifies into anything that they can to grow their ability to make money is going to be a good company. And Amazon does that time and time and time again. So the VectorVest composite nicely jumped out of the gate to the upside, pulling back. The Dow jumped up, pulling back. The Qs jumped up, pulling back. And I think that a lot of big money is waiting to see what's going on in the market tomorrow from the CPI report. The DTI bullish is only 1.06. That's right, Sonny. It's pulled back. It's pulled back. And when you have a high volatility, we're going to see the swings like this up in the morning, possibly down in the afternoon. Remember, we still have more time left for the market to be open. Anything can happen between now and the close of the market, but all of the major indices are pulling back as we're looking at this live right here, right now. Hello, Oscar. I'm glad. Hopefully you're having a good day, my friend. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right, especially if what this is, and if you haven't hit the like button yet because you haven't found this is interesting enough, I got more for you. All right, so that's what's going on with all of the major indices real time as we're going through midday market update. Let's go to the stocks that I had for the big news. All right, so we talked about crypto, we talked about the Fed, we talked about Costco and Kroger for the ability to try to get the bigger bang for your buck with food. We talked about crypto. Here's two stocks that I have for you today, Riot and Mara. They were both up today. Earlier, now look at the pullback. And I think that a lot of the market is going to experience that as we saw all of the major indices pulling back. Amazon and Alibaba in here, and then the XL who purchased another company in the EV spaces here as well. So here's all of the companies that I had that were looking at the big news. Let's right click. Let's go view all of these stocks on a graph. Let's put this on a 3-month graph. Let's go see. So Costco and Kroger, and again, even if we are in a recession, look at the companies. They're still moving up. People need to eat. And if they're going to address to try to get lower prices for food, I think that's just going to keep them rising higher. People have to eat. It did pull back, found a level of support sitting at 510.64, nicely moving up to 3.8 crossed a day ago Friday, and now moving up. Volume has been pretty steady. RT is above 1. Next is Kroger. Almost looks as good as Costco. Costco looks a little bit better, but Kroger's trying to do the same thing. Little bit of a pullback today. Wouldn't buy it today because of the pullback, but the stock is currently a buy recommendation. Let's go to the next stock, Riot. So is crypto on the run? Riot, which is a miner, all right, found a level of support, bounced 2 days ago to 3.8 cross. Today it was up, pulled back. If I'm going to think about getting into it now, if I think crypto's on the rise, Riot is not going to be one I'm going to get into today because it is pulling back. But if you are already in it, leave it alone because the 3 and the 8 are positive. Oscar says, what do you think of the days ahead? The CPI next week, interest rates about a month from now, the midterms. Oscar, I already talked about the bounce that we had in the market currently, and our indicators never indicated that we had a real solid bottom. I think that this run up is short term, personally, but it doesn't matter what I think. What all that matters is what happens in the market. I think that CPI is still going to come out better than it was, but still high. And with that, I think that people are going to still keep looking at that as bad news. We'll see. In the midterms, I still think that the market's going to run up into the midterms artificially. That's my thinking. I think it's still going to run up to the midterms artificially. But we'll see. We'll see. Yes, I am drinking out of my Michigan cup. Maybe November the market rises. So this is what I think. I think that after the midterms, the Fed is going to say, let's go B to the W. All right, you should know what that means. If you don't, then that's fine. But we're going to go B to the W, and they're going to really ramp up on interest rates because I still think that, the market's in a recession. I think that the Fed already put out that it's going to cause the economy some pain. If we're not getting closer to where the levels need to be to effectively really, really draw down inflation, he's going to have no other choice but since we're already in pain, to go after it. And I still think that we're going to get one full basis point before this is all done. There you go, Kenny. I didn't say it. I didn't want to say it, but Kenny typed in the room with B to W meant. So, and I think that he's going to have to. I think he's going to have to. All right, so that's my one crypto stock. Here's Mara. Looks just like Riot. Amazon. I like Amazon still long term. Bottom left, top right, little pullback, found a level of support. Now the 3H just crossed an update today as well as compared to Alibaba. Let's go to Alibaba. I'm not feeling that. Alibaba, looking on a 3-month chart, and for someone to say that Amazon is past compared to Alibaba, Amazon still looks like a stronger stock. Let's actually put this on a 1-year graph. There's Alibaba, and let's go look Amazon. Amazon had to pull back, but I like the pull up from this level of support a little better than looking at Alibaba. All right, Alibaba is in a little form of consolidation. So I think that with what Amazon does, I'm not going to call them past. I just won't. XL, that EV space, the news, they need something because this stock is in tight consolidation. They need some kind of news to push them up. With the acquisition of the company, they just got nice bump up, but look at the profit taking happen on this lower dollar stock. It's only trading at $1.22. A little bit of a pullback, a little bit of selling pressure, a little bit of profit taking going on with that. All right, so those are the stocks that made the news looking at their graphs. Let's talk about earnings this week. What stocks have earnings? Now, we're coming up to the earnings season, for the end of the earnings seasons for third quarter. Not a lot of stocks that haven't reported yet. So I've got for this week, the bigger name companies like Amazon, like AutoZone, Adobe, Oracle, ManU, Lightpath, US Gold Corp. A lot of the other companies that were reporting, I know nothing about. They weren't bigger name companies. So as we normally get to the end of the reporting season for the quarter, you're going to find a lot less well-known stocks because the majority of them already reported. But here's 6 of the bigger names that I could find that are reporting this week. Always tell you to pay attention to relative safety. That's the indicator that tells you the higher probability or lower probability of the company meeting or exceeding its earnings. Now, this is what I wanted to get to. Everybody ready? So we want to talk about what's moving, and I've got a way to find out what's moving on a weekly basis. I'm going to go to the Unisearch tool. I'm going to go to the Delta Searches Industries. For those of you who are new, Delta means percentage change, all right? And I'm going to do a percentage change on one of our proprietary indicators, relative timing. I want to see what relative timing change was 10 days ago, and I want to see if it's increasing over the last 10 days, and that's going to give me a feel of what industries are moving. Now, remember me talking about this upturn being short-lived, right? I'm going to run this. Let's go to 10-day RT. I'm going to run this, and I want you to see what's at the top of the list. What industry is still rising at the top of the list as of right now? And we look at petroleum. Petroleum is still rocking and rolling. All right. Steel. How about this? Steel is on the rise. How many of you felt that? How many of you knew prior to what I'm just showing you right now, how many of you knew that steel was currently on the rise? Type a 1. If you did not, type a 2. If you knew that steel was on the rise right now, prior to me showing you this, type a 1. If you did not, type a 2. Now, let's go see. I want to see where everybody's head's at. A lot of people are saying yes. So maybe I didn't bring nothing new to the table. I thought I was trying to bring something new to the table, but a lot of people said that they already knew, and that's fine. That's fine. But if that's the case, then the VectorVest software is backing up what you already thought. But I see a lot of twos coming in as well. This is why I like to say we accommodate everybody in the room. But knowing that steel had a delta of 1.6, a low percentage change 10 days ago, and over the last 10 days is now up almost 16%. So with that, let's go see what stocks are on the move in that industry All right, we're going to look at the top 5 because not everybody in here is a subscriber, so I don't want to show you, it's only 5. I don't want to show you all of them. But there's only 5 in here, and here they are, and they're all up today. They're all up today with CRS as a steel company up the most, almost 8%. So for those of you who are new to the channel or this is the first time or whatever, I'm now giving you 5 stocks in this space for you guys to keep your eyes on. The lower dollar stock in here is GSM, trading at $7, up 2% today. The most expensive stock is CRS at $38, up 8% today. Folks, that's not half bad. Folks, that's not half bad for an industry that's on the rise, and the VectorVest software is backing up that notion. I'm not guessing at this, but for all of you who already knew, congratulations. For those of you who did not know, now, if you haven't hit the like button, hit like button, because now hopefully I did bring something new to the table. What else is moving? Petroleum is still on the rise, and you know what else was on the rise earlier were ETF shorts, but that pulled back. I still think that this run is short term. We'll see what happens. So that, from that perspective, are some of the fastest moving industries. Petroleum is still on the rise. Steel is on the rise. This is a good place for you to think about keeping your money in these places. And Jim says he knew because he has VectorVest. You know something? I'm going to do something different. Let's go to the viewers. Let's go see, not on a rising basis, but let's go see what the VectorVest system says about the best industries right now. I'm going to go to the industry viewer, and this is not something that I always do, but let's go see. We track over 200 industries, 222 to be exact. Steel is number 1, followed by leisure, toy, games. If you're not a subscriber to the software and you want to be able to have this access at your fingertips at any time, we do offer a trial. 99 cents for 30 days gives you a trial to be able to see what the high-flying industries are at any point in time. Like we can see steel is at the top of the list. What I'm showing you in that search, what I'm showing you in this search is something we call the movers and the shakers. What industries are rising? Because I can see steel, right? Steel is on the rise. It's the number 1 industry. What else is on the rise? Well, let's go look at petroleum exploration production. It's number 23 in our list, but look at the run. 10 days ago it was at 7% delta. This week it's up 21%. All right, so I can see these are what we call the movers and the shakers. The industries are already making runs, and this is what we're talking about. What do you think about Tesla and Meta? If I've got an opportunity today to look at some of your stocks, I'm going to try to do that. How about that? All right. Normally, I've got a whole laid out deal of what I do here. All right, so if I've got an opportunity to look at your stocks today, Bill, I will. How about that? For your information, only steel alloy, not steel basic. New is down. NEU is down. Thank you for that, Michael. But I could still hone in from that industry to see what was rising. And you notice I wasn't looking at steel basic. All right, I wasn't looking at steel basic, which was kind of cool. So I'm right with you, Michael. I'm right with you. All right, let's go see where the money's going. I've got indexes across the whole spectrum of investing. All right, I've got indexes on the whole spectrum of investing. Let's go auto fit. There we go. From financial, natural gas is up today. I am in Boyle. I've taken a hit in Boyle, but I still think that with what's going on between Russia and the UK, and cutting off the Nord Stream gas line, I still think that gas is going to play a major role in the next month or so. So I've taken a big hit in Boyle, but nice little rebound today. Looks like that's the industry that I've got that's rising the most today. Gold. How many of you are investing in gold? And Nathaniel, I didn't have any new news on AMC that I wanted to talk about. How many of you are investing in gold? Type of 1. If you're not investing in gold, type of 2. And I want to show you something as you're typing that in. Let's go look at the stock graph on GDX. All right, that's the ETF's commodity futures, VanEck gold miners. This is on the miners, though. This is on the miners. Look at that move. Look at that move starting to move. So for those of you who are not looking at gold, I'm still not a big fan of gold, but I can't fight the tape. I can't fight the tape. Look at this little level of a bottom, the rise up, the 3-8 crossed Friday. Something now, this is on the minor side. So let's do this. I'm going to go up to graphs, and I'm going to put on another one, GLD. That tracks the gold. All right, let's go take a look at it. Put this on a 3-month graph as well. And let's go see. Again, another look at that. The 3-8 just crossed today. So for those of you who are not in gold, this could be an opening for you to think about it, timing it, coming off this level of support, the 3-8 crossing today, open candle, not a big open candle, but an open candle nonetheless. I am definitely, I'm going to put that on my list of stocks to get into. Gold. And I would consider a miner too, a gold and gold miner. Let's go see something. I'm going to go back to, oops, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do something else. Industries. I'm going to help you out with the gold. Let's go find mining gold, silver. Let's go see where it sits right now, though. All right, so if gold is giving us an open door, all right, let's go see what gold stocks you might want to look at. All right, mining. Scroll down, HIJK, mining, gold, silver. Notice out of 222 industries, it is number 201. So this is an early play on gold. So we saw it on the graph starting to move up by GLD and by the miners. But here's mining, gold, silver, number 200 out of 221. It just went from 201 to 200. It's starting to rise. This could be real early, folks. Let's go see if we can find some stocks for you to get into. Now, the bad thing about this, if I look at these, let's go put on the top 10. If I go look at these, there's 192 stocks in here. 192 stocks. So you know what I'm going to do? Because this is a watch list, I'm going to sort this by volume. Let's bring the most liquid ones up to the top of the list. All right, let's bring the most liquid gold stocks to the top of the list. There's Barrick Gold. There you go. And all of the top 10 are all up today. The biggest mover happens to be AG, First Majestic, followed by FSM. So for those of you who are looking for some gold plays, I'm going to write these down. For those of you looking for some gold plays, what's up today? How about AG? Nicely up today. What else is up today? FSM. What else is up today? So that's 7, that's 6, nothing is 5. We got 4 at HL. I'm giving you 3 gold stocks. I'm giving you 3 gold stocks that are moving up today and now if you have VectorVest though, you can look at all 192. For those of you who are not subscribers, I'm at least giving you some mention of some stocks to keep your eyes on. All right, GDX looks like it's going to move. BPG, what is that? Is that a low and that's 5 letters. Do we have that? Do we have that stock? BPG, no, Lord have mercy. I ain't got that stock. Sigh, I ain't got that stock. I don't know. That was a lot of letters. All right, so for those of you, again, in regards to gold stocks, I at least showed you the graph that it's starting to move by way of the system. All right, going back to the viewers, go back to the watch list viewers. The way we started it is by looking at what industries were moving today, honed in on those industries, and then we went to the industry and tried to find some stocks. If that was good enough for you, hit the like button, folks. I'm trying to pull out everything that we can do to educate you and help you guys make money. That's what it's all about on our channel. All right, it's not about us talking up any industry, any stock, and getting all hype about that. I want to teach you guys what to do, and I want to help to give you some stocks to take a look at. All right, with no bias. None of this is any bias. You're welcome, Lee. None of this is any bias from me, man. I've got a strong system that can help me help you. That can help me help you, and that's what we want to do. All right. So from an industrial perspective, again, looks like natural gas is on the move, gold is on the move, oil is on the move. Where's the money not going? Copper. Copper was on the move for the last couple of weeks. little pullback today, but looks like across the board, everybody's healthcare, everybody's making money, but the big money, the bigger moves are in the ones that I talked about at the top: energy and oil and gold and gas. That's where the money's going today. All right, speculative plays. You know me. I like to always give my speculators out there something to hang your hat on of what's going on. So when I look at speculative plays, I look to make sure that these companies are not fundamentally sound because they're speculations, right? But all of the RTs are above 1. They're not fundamentally sound, so not only earnings are going to be positive and not only earnings growths are going to be positive, but are they moving now? And, shipping companies are on the move again. DHT is up here. There was another one. Here's another. OSG is up in here. I thought there was a third one. Oh, that might have just been it. And a couple of biopharmers in here as well. So short term, let's view the stock graph. Let's go look at the short term. Put this on a 1-month graph, and let's go look at this from a trade perspective, which we are. There's the 3 and the 8s. DHT, nice bump up through resistance. Remember, fundamentally not sound. These are speculative plays, aggressive plays. What I'd like to see is it get out of its 1 month, move. Nice open candle today, a little selling pressure. Be careful with it. Remember, it's speculative. What's moving up? FTI, petroleum, breaking through resistance and another level of resistance. A little bit of a doji spinning top today. But look at as the stock was rising, look at the rising volume with it. It's $9.11. Let's see what goes on with that. Here's another one, OSG. How many of you know about this stock, type of 1? If you don't, type of 2. This is a beautiful 1-month graph on a speculative play. On a speculative play, if you know about this stock, type of 1. If you don't know about this stock's type of 2, hopefully now I am bringing a little something to the table. This is a great looking speculative play. And again, that's what a lot of 2s, excellent, a lot of 2s. Bottom left, top right, not fundamentally sound, but moving up. This is a good looking play. Some of them write that down too. Hold on. OSG, you down with me? You down with OSG? Hey, Joey, you down with OSG? He's not. No, you took forever to answer it. So this is what you get. Crickets. You get crickets, but this is a good looking stock. Hopefully that's something you might want to think about adding to your portfolio. ADMA looks a lot the same. Bottom left, top right. A little bit of a pullback off of the 1-month high, but look at the 3 and the 8s. Last pullback, 3 and the 8s held, kept you in it. I would wait to see if it can break through the 1-month high first. The 3 and the 8 are doing a solid job on maintaining that stock. That's a biopharmaceutical. Now, this is a big jump. This is probably news-driven, ACET. New high today. Look at that. Nice open candle trading right at the session high, $17.43. Volume's been pretty good. RT went from below 1 to above 1. I like this. I like this stock. I cannot lie. All right. And the last stock in the list is AMPS. Bottom left, top right. A little bit of consolidation, but most recently, look at that. 3-8 cross. Confirmation. I'd like to see it break through that level of a 1-month high. It's a trap rally. I don't know, Francisco. Listen, you know that the market's direction affects about 80% of the stocks in the market. All I'm saying is that some of these look really good. OSG in the long term looks like a falling knife. Let's go back to OSG. You said like a falling knife. Let's go. Now, so because these are speculative plays, I'm only looking at a 1-month graph. Let's go look at a 3-month graph. What? Look at a 6-month graph. What? You think it's a falling knife? Good googly muggly, folks. Put it on a 1-year graph. After consolidation, it broke through resistance to 3 and the 8. Look at that. I don't see that. I haven't looked at Tesla, so I can't answer that question, Police SWAT. I don't know. Unless I take a look at it, I'm not going to speculate on that. All right, so those are my speculative plays for you this week. I want you to, at least if nothing else, keep your eyes on them. And my today's big winners, the stocks that have gone up nicely today. I'm still a fan of lithium. Someone asked me about lithium. I'm still a fan of lithium. I did a video on lithium not too long ago. I still think that with EVs and the demand over EVs and for the batteries, lithium is still going to be a good play. I'm a big fan of uranium as well for the same reason. From clean energy perspective, both of them on clean energy, EVs and for uranium for nuclear generators and nuclear power plants. So I'm still a fan of both of those, lithium and uranium. Apple looks good to you. I'm not in Apple right now. I'm going to time the move on Apple. I haven't looked at it recently, but if it gives me another opportunity to get in, I will. Now, these are all stocks that are up bigly today, in excess of 10% or more. What I want to do is I want to see if these stocks are worth it for you to still get in today. All right, these are big movers. I'm not feeling this. The move on VTYX was made this morning and pulled back. All right, now look at INM still giving you later in the afternoon an opportunity to make money. The stock gapped up, faded the gap. The 3 and the 8 never collapsed even after the fadation. Now the 3-8 have crossed down low. I would wait to see from an intraday perspective if it can take out the session highs before I jump on board with it. Ribbon, nope, it's coming down. ALG is consolidating after it made its money this morning and then it challenged the session highs. It's challenging it again. I'd like to see it take out the session highs. Again, these are stocks that have all made big money this morning. And biotech stocks. On Mondays, I will give you biotech stocks that have upcoming phase 3 analysis coming up on these stocks. Again, a lot of these are going to be speculative plays. These are all waiting for news to hit from a phase 3 perspective. Let's graph them all real quick. Put this on a 1-month graph. Not all these graphs are going to look great, but remember, this is phase 3 analysis about to either announce or will be announced by the end of the year. These are all stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. Gilead is a good stock we all know about, but not a lot of these stocks do we know about. And if nothing else, I want you to write them down, put them in a watch list, and be prepared for an event that could blow these stocks up. I do like EYEN. Stocks price has been moving up, a little bit of a pullback, but look at the 3 and the 8, been solid on a biomedical stock. This one doesn't look so good, but it's got news coming out soon. Same thing for this one. And for no reason, and for nothing else, as I mentioned, I want you to put all of these on a watch list. All right, my day trading picks for you today. These are stocks that I looked at earlier that were moving up. I want to still see if they're going to give you an opportunity to make some money. CTRA nicely ran up this morning, pulled back, found a level of support. Right here, bounced off, consolidating. I'm not ready to take it as a day trade now. WTI, I officially got back into WTI today. I still think I timed it, put it on a 1-month graph. I timed it, the 3-8 crossed on Friday, so I'm in it today. I'd love to see it take out the 1-month high or the 3-month high. Here's the 3-month high way back here. I'm feeling it. I timed it. Even after the pullback, found a level of support. Bounced off that level of support, the 3-8 cross. Every time the 3-8 cross, for the most part, the stock gives you an opportunity to make some money. All right, so I'm in WTI. What else? Here's Mag Silver. Here's another gold silver stock to keep your eyes on. This is $13.74, right at a level of resistance, though. Let's see if we can get past that. The 3-8 crossed about 2-3 days ago. Here's another one, another drug biomedical. Look at that. And again, these are my day trade picks, trading right at the session highs today. That may not be a bad play. Let's go to intraday 5-minute bars, current day. That one's still giving you an opportunity to day trade it today. Look at that. That's still giving you an opportunity to day trade it today. All right. Does the 3-8 work for longer holding period? Yep. Scott, if you notice, no matter what time frame I put on here, the 3-8, look at that. So on a 1-month graph, 3 and the 8, 3-month graph, 3 and the 8, 6-month graph, 3 and the 8. So it works for both a shorter term and on a longer term as well. So Scott, yes, it works on either or. And another day trade pick today, CENX pulling back off of its highs, open graph, the 3-8 crossed 2 days ago on Friday, and now still moving up. A little bit of give back on today for the day trade perspective. All right, what time is it? I'm not going to have the time to do weekly customer picks, but I do want to do something else. If the market is moving higher, I've got a watch list that I created for you for just 7 stocks. These are stocks that just became new buys. All right, stocks that just came new buys over the last couple of days. As I graph these, all right, if the market still wants to give you an upside, look at these stocks. Not only new buy, but the 3-8 cross. That's on CTRA. It's a petroleum stock. Keep that on your watch list. New buy on PXD, petroleum. The 3-8's about to cross. New buy over the last couple of days. CNQ, new buy over the last couple of days, and the CNQ, all of these petroleum stocks. I wanted to get not only petroleum stocks, but how about Winnebago? New buy over the last couple of days. The 3-8 just crossed. All right, what else? ICLR, healthcare. Look at that, 3-8 crossed 3 days ago. Look at the run up, stopping right at a level of resistance at 233.97, but love that move coming off of a level of support, moving up on good volume, new buy over the last couple of days, because I get a lot of people saying, well, every time you talk about a stock, I get... Listen, so I'm gonna try to work on finding new stocks that are new buys over the last couple of days. CBRE, real estate management, 3-8 cross Friday. A little bit of indecision today, but has become a new buy. All right, put me on the last slide. I'm trying to finish at about the 12:45 time period, because it seems like as we look at the videos, these are the times that you guys fall off. So Joey, Cy, where you at? Put me on my last screen. Sana, you are so slow today. You need some Cafe Bustelo, bro. All right, so shipping companies are scrambling to find tankers that can withstand the Russian winter shipping routes and for landscape changes. So we'll see. I'm just watching that they are moving. They are definitely moving. So one of these days, and one of these days, I might just have to have a session where I'm just looking at your stocks. But the problem is with that, not a lot of people will stay, because if I don't look at their stocks, they'll go away. So I tried, Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the day that both Patrick and I will look at your stocks. We've got a link up there that says, what stocks would you like Patrick and I to look at for you on Wednesdays? That's the place, the real place for you guys to put your stocks. Or Thursday during the mobile app, Patrick looks at a lot of your stocks. All right. If you really want to get some analysis, a VectorVest analysis on your stocks, on Thursday at 11 o'clock, Patrick France does the mobile coaching. He looks at a lot, that's Thursday, 11. Yeah. He looks at a lot of stocks. So that's the way that I would want you to go. Always looking for new ideas, Glenn. Remember, I've given you some stocks that you didn't know about today. I've given you some stocks that you don't know about. So that's a good thing. Glenn, before you go, I can never remember how to get the Friday 6 p.m. Tom, as long as you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you should get an alert, because I send an alert before every video. You should get an alert, and it should tell you that it's ready. That it's ready. All right, and there you go. So with that, I'm done, folks. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hopefully you found some new stocks to keep your eyes on, all right, which is going to be great. Maybe you had some confirmation about some ideas about some industries like steel that were already on the rise, or gold. How about that? Showing that you might be getting an open door for gold. And not only that, I've given you some gold stocks for you to keep your eyes on. So again, it's all about educating. It's all about giving you the ideas to grow your portfolios, folks. That's what this is all about. And it's not just me. It's not what I think. It's what the VectorVest system, the power and the flexibility behind the VectorVest system to give you these ideas. And don't forget, folks, if you want, Scott says, how are you scanning for these stocks you are finding? A lot of these watch lists I make for the presentation here, so I cherry pick a lot of these stocks, but there are searches that I look for to find a lot of these candidates, and then I cherry pick them for you. All right. So with that, I got to go. All right. Folks, thank you for being here. How many likes? We got 91. I was hoping to get 100, but if we didn't, we didn't. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for listening to a brother like me just talk. Thanks, Glenn. That lithium has been moving. And Tyree, I still believe in lithium and I still believe in uranium. I still think that those are good plays. I still think EVs are a good place for you to make money as well. So with that, folks, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks, see ya.